CBN News crew met a relaxed Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago. There was plenty to talk about.
Mr. President, great to see you again, sir.
Thank you.
Specifically, the leaked Supreme Court draft opinion that could overturn Roe v. Wade.
The Supreme Court, this big deal, Roe v. Wade. The Supreme Court now authenticating that draft opinion by Sam Alito, in essence overturning Roe v. Wade. Were you surprised to see this?
Well, we don't know exactly if that's true because it was certainly something that they're working on. It would imagine, I don't think anyone made it up. And they don't know who leaked it. I will say the leak was a terrible thing. You're just not used to that for the Supreme Court. It was very shocking, I think. I think it was a very bad thing for the court.
Well, Chuck Schumer says it's all your fault, of course, if Roe v. Wade gets overturned. Obviously, he's talking about those 3 pro-life Supreme Court justices.
Yeah.
Your thoughts?
Well, a lot of people are very happy about that.
Of
so
course.
some people maybe say it's my fault, and some people say, thank you very much.
From abortion to the transgender movement's rise to Disney's embracing gay rights, our culture is in the midst of a serious fight.
This transgender movement is out of control. Joe Biden thinks there's at least 3 genders. I would think more. What do you make of it specifically? And I am curious as it relates to whether or not you see this transgender movement, not transgender people, but the movement as evil, unbiblical. A lot of people say this is not the way it should be.
It's not the way it should be, that's for sure. It is a terrible thing. I mean, especially where you're taking children that don't even have this period to form. And you know, in many cases, I hear 60% of the cases, later life, they're saying, why did they do this to me? 60%. No, I think it's a terrible thing. I think what's happened with Disney and what Disney's doing, Walt Disney is looking down.
What's he thinking?
He's not happy, okay? Walt Disney said, whatever happened to my beautiful Magic Kingdom?
Whatever is happening, there are charges that those who support discussing the LGBT lifestyle with little kids are in what they call the grooming business. Trump says he gets it.
What's your view on the grooming comments that a lot of conservatives think this is grooming by the left?
Yeah, I'm opposed to it, obviously. I'm opposed to many of the things that we talk about. I can think of nothing actually that I'd be for. This is a different world. It's a new world. And I think it's actually going to be shut out. You know how it's going to get shut out? Common sense. It's common sense. But I think it's going, and I think religion will help shut it out. You know, nobody has done more for Christianity. Nobody has done more for religion of all type than me. And they're really doing things now too. And I've always said it. They are against organized religion. They're against Christianity.
And now free speech faces another potential challenge, courtesy of the Biden administration's Disinformation Governance Board, aimed at making sure Americans have the truth on a variety of topics. It's led to comparisons of George Orwell's Ministry of Truth in the book 1984.
I think that it's not even believable that we're talking about this subject, if you want to know the truth. Who would have believed that we're talking about somebody that's going to censure people over a long period of time, and very strong. Now they're saying, oh no, it's just a recommendation. That's where it all began. I guess that's what they used to say in Russia. That's what they said in the Soviet Union, right? We're just going to do it a little bit. No, we can't do that. We can't do that. That's a horrible thing.
Imagine you, in your administration, introducing some sort of Ministry of Truth, what the media would have done with
Well,
that.
I have a Ministry of Truth. It's called Truth. It's called Truth Social.
The truth about the upcoming midterm elections is that polls show the GOP poised for victory. Trump, as you might imagine, sees himself leading the way. He saw fruit Tuesday night when J.D. Vance, his endorsed Senate candidate, won Ohio's GOP primary.
You know the media is going to be looking at your one-loss record. You've endorsed a lot of candidates. What's your sense here in terms of how this will play out? And how much stock do you put in this win-loss record of yours?
So my record is unparalleled. My endorsements, it's totally unparalleled. Nobody's ever had a record like this. I'm almost unblemished.
I remember Joe Biden saying months ago at this press conference he had that he goes, he couldn't believe all these Republicans still afraid of Trump. It's like, oh, they were all afraid of Trump. Should Republicans be afraid of you, the ones that are not in line with you and your views?
Well, if they want to win politically, probably, because if I endorse them, they win, and if I don't endorse them, they don't win. I mean, that's almost 100% of the case.
As poll after poll shows Trump as the likely GOP leader going forward, it looks like he'll be moving on without his vice president, Mike Pence.
How is that relationship today with Mike Pence?
Honestly, I haven't spoken to Mike in a long time.
What's a long time, would you say, roughly? I mean, I don't want people to start saying what a long time is.
A long time is 4 or 5 months. I haven't spoken to him in a long time. And he's a nice man. He disappointed me on one thing because I think he should have sent the votes back to the legislatures.
If he gets into the race in 2024, he's thinking about it. I'm assuming you're going to say, I don't want to put words in your mouth. No shot here if he gets in the race in 2024?
I don't want to say. Look, if Mike got in, it would be, I think it would be a hard one for him. I think it would be a hard one. I understand where the base is. I love the base. The base loves me. I think it would be hard, but Mike was a good guy. I thought he was a very good vice president. He was my friend.
But that was then. As 2024 rounds the corner, Trump says he'll decide about running again after the midterms. Until then, he's taking every opportunity to use the Biden administration's troubles to tell the country he was right all along.
I said these people are against evangelicals. I said they're against Israel. I said they're against organized religion, frankly, but they're against all of the things that you and I and most of your viewers stand for. And when I said that during debates and elsewhere, people sort of weren't sure. I turned out to be right. And I've had many people say, as good as I think we were, they said, you were the best at it, you were the best, and they want me back. Everything I said was right, by the way. And I'm not just talking about energy and the border, I'm talking about religion.
And from all appearances, Donald Trump is ready for an encore. David Brody, CBN News at Mar-a-Lago in Palm Beach, Florida.
'Cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that